big, but then you remember back to the game where the year Chelsea won the Champions League, and how the hell they knocked Barcelona out over 2 legs is still a mystery. I don't expect Barcelona to dominate as much as they did on that evening, particularly in the Camp Nou, but I do expect them to go through. Chelsea have had defensive problems most of the season. There's been a lot of personnel changes, and I'm expecting them to play without a natural striker again, because that's what he did in the home leg. So I don't see Chelsea going through.
I think this is a Chelsea's team still struggling to find their identity. I mean, as much as they may still be defending champions, this season has been awful, particularly of late. It doesn't seem Antonio Conte knows exactly who his best 11 now is, what his best formation is. I expect changes from the first leg, say in that regard. Whereas Barcelona, and we can criticize, or you may say that they haven't been at their sparkling best, but they can get results. And in Lionel Messi, there's never been a better single game changer than the little Argentinian.
And in this case, it's a single game changer that is actually rested, because he didn't play over the weekend. Had his third kid, and so therefore he didn't play against Malaga, was given that game off. Now he was at home, recovering, fully fit. You have a fully fit, fully recovered, rested Lionel Messi coming into this match. The other thing for me is that Chelsea, because of the away goal by Barcelona, at some point they have to push forward. At some point you have to take a risk going forward. And if you do that, then Barcelona will pick you apart. That's what they do best. It's what they've been doing throughout the course of the season. Chelsea at some point will take a chance, and when they do that, Barcelona with Luis Suarez, with Lionel Messi, and the talent that they have going forward, I think it'll be too much for Chelsea.
There's a big pressure on Valverde, because domestically he's got it right. Okay, they're going to cruise. They should cruise to the Championship very soon. But don't forget, Real Madrid have just won back-to-back Champions Leagues, right? And they're still in the hunt, by the way. There was 2 new kids in the block, really, that were maybe shouting from the rooftops. One's out in PSG, but the other's still in Manchester City. So I think Barcelona and their directors and their supporters are looking to the coach, the new coach, saying, we've got to put a marker down in Europe again, not just in Spain, because Real Madrid are still lurking about, and there's Man City and 1 or 2 others hanging around as well. And I think that puts added pressure on them as well. Not that I think it's going to make a difference to the result. I'm just saying I think from a mindset of Barcelona, they'll want to establish themselves not just as champions of Spain again, but clearly champions of Europe.
Shaka, you agree? Do you see this as a pressure point for Barcelona?
Not right now. Maybe in time, yes, as they go deeper in the competition. Next round of games, as it's a free draw, you see exactly who you get matched up with. But just in terms of this hurdle, I don't think that bothers Valverde or anybody else.
Where do you have to put them out? Because you're talking about a team that's 5th in the Premier League at the moment, who, as you said yourself, have had the problems. So that's all I'm saying. That's where that little bit of pressure might come.
I understandably, but at the start of the season in the summer, this was a team in turmoil by all accounts, and nobody was quite sure where they were going, losing the heir apparent in Neymar. You know, you had Real Madrid twice defending Champions League champions, and now all of a sudden you put together this run, you run away with the league. I think whatever happens, you're happy with at least steadying that ship and showing that not to be counted out just yet.
But you're not happy by being knocked out by this first.
No, not at all. No.
So and Barcelona is in this competition to win it. And going out to Chelsea, in the manner in which Chelsea have been playing, it would be unacceptable. If you advance in this competition later on and you get knocked out by one of the royal teams of Europe, and Chelsea right now is not one of those teams, it's not one of the top tier teams. Sorry to all Chelsea fans, but the fact of the matter is that you haven't been very good this season. If you go on in the competition and you lose later on in the competition, by whatever the case may be, against one of the top teams, maybe you can make an argument then. But I think right now, losing out to Chelsea, unacceptable by Barcelona standards. No question about that.
Chelsea's starting to fade out of the top 4 race. If that continues and they go out to Barcelona, how do we assess their season?
Oh, he'll just sack him. And rightly so. Not just for on the field, but he's been a pain in the butt off the field as well at times. And I think that's pretty common knowledge. I mean, he's wanted to have a fight, and you have a fight with the people at Chelsea who answered to Abramovich, then you're gone. So, if there's a smidgen of hope of getting in the top 4, he might survive to the end of the season. But if he goes out to Barca and that gap widens between them and the top 4, he's gone.
I'm not sure that even finishing the top 4 is enough to save Antonio Conte. If you limp it, let's be honest.
No, but it might save him to the end of the season.
Until the end of the season, without question, Roman Abramovich has let go of managers for a whole lot less than we've seen from Antonio Conte this season.
If he goes out to Barca, does he make it to the end?